Yeah, I think, I mean, definitely agree with kind of the increased level of interest from investors, which obviously you feel as well. So from your point of view, besides the relatively low interest rates and relatively low inflation, what are the other factors that make the Japanese multifamily sector attractive to investors, and what are some of the areas that potential investors need to be careful about when they're investing in this sector?
Okay. The reason why, I think a lot of reason why the Japanese multifamily is popular. But one thing I would like to mention about the this kind of a build to rent type of property is only seen in Japan actually. So I think Australia has started to build the build to rent type of properties in there, but Japan is the quite matured market. So, and also rental apartment occupancy ratio is always hovering at around the near to 100% occupancy. So this resulted that your cash flow while you are investing is quite promising, especially for core and core plus investors. The multifamily stuff would be a quite good investment destination to enjoy the income gain from the investment. So this is one of the reasons why, and also the biggest reason why the Japanese multifamily is the quite attractive and also quite popular. It's sort of you're talking about the caring. We need to be careful about it. I think not so big issue for investing in the multifamily, but one thing I would like to mention is the location. If your property is within 5 minutes walk from the station, your rent could be sustainable. But if your property is 7 minutes from the station, your rent seems to be a slightly difficult situation. So location is all about. So Japanese people are really sensitive from their walking distance from the station. That would be, we need to be careful for the property location.
And talking about on the topic of traveling and walking, we've seen the data suggesting that after the pandemic, people are moving back from the rural areas back into Tokyo as working arrangements change. So I guess just wanted to get your view on kind of the stats from that, and also kind of as someone who is working and living in Tokyo, have you seen that change?
Yeah, at the pandemic, lots of people migrating from Tokyo to other fringe areas of Tokyo. But this kind of this is the predominantly for performing the remote working. But after COVID turmoil has already been gone, so people are moving back to office at this moment. So office returning ratio is quite high among the G7 countries. So people are, along with the coming back to the office building, they would like to relocating from the fringe areas to a city center once again. So I think this kind of movement this kind of momentum could be continued towards the future. And also, so that's why the central Tokyo's residential property could be quite sustainable.
Would you be able to share more about the emerging trends, or macro trends that you're observing in Japan's multifamily housing sector?
As I mentioned, lots of the people started to come back to a city center location. So given the city center locations, supply would be quite limited. So, but the demand is getting stronger. So that means rental upside. You can see a rental upside especially for younger aged property could be seen in the market. And also including the regional cities like the Osaka, Nagoya, and Fukuoka, it would be quite increase the rent and also improving the vacancy rate. Not only for Tokyo, but also all major cities in Japan would be a quite good future for residential.
I think the last question is kind of, you've answered that as well. So yeah, I think because question 7 is more or less answered.
Okay.
Yeah, so just the last one. What trends do you see for more innovative investors? So I guess the question is asking what are some of the more niche factors or interesting trends that you're seeing for that investors who are looking for yield and stability?
Okay. In terms of yield, as you might know, the Tokyo's multifamily yield is really compressing, really significant at this moment. So the people are starting to looking at regional asset to secure the much more sort of less aggressive yield. Osaka or Nagoya and Fukuoka would be is getting popular, and also some of the investors are starting to looking at other living sector like purpose-built student accommodation, and also co-living. Since these two market is a quite niche market, still the niche market in Japan, but a certain amount of opportunities could be seen in the future. So some of the innovative investor has started to looking at these two type of living center products.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.